Good evening. My name is Evan Olivier, and this is a short presentation about estuaries. Estuaries are where the ocean meets fresh water, like a river or stream. This means that both fresh and salt water mix into a diluted or brackish salt water. These biomes usually form protected areas like coral reefs, where large numbers of crustacean, mollusk, and fish offspring begin their lives. So it's actually a nursery for a lot of marine life, and we'll talk more about that later. Some examples of areas that you know about and or have heard of that are also estuaries, you may not have known, would be Chesapeake Bay, Puget Sound, Mobile Bay, or South Slope. The plants and animals in these areas obviously have to be able to control the amount of salt that's entering their systems, or they wouldn't be able to survive. These are rapidly changing environments with tidal shifts bringing in short periods of salt water, and then that will go back out with the tide, and the water suddenly will change again. So plants and animals found in estuaries go through incredible challenges physiologically. But it's really amazing. The plants in these biomes tend to be halophytic or salt tolerant, which means they have filters in the roots that actually remove the salt from the water before the plant absorbs it, which is really cool. As you can see, the animals, there's quite a spectrum of animals in estuary environments, and kind of how much saline they can tolerate in their bodies. But they also develop behavioral adaptations to be able to exert high amounts of energy when they need to regulate their bodies and function in the environment. For instance, animals are exposed to low salinity at times of low tide, and they stop feeding and close their shells. And they actually switch from aerobic respiration using gills to anaerobic respiration, where no oxygen is required. And as high tide returns and the oxygen content increases, the animals open their shells and return to normal feeding and respiration. These biomes are all the most productive ecosystems on Earth and are truly irreplaceable. A few examples, some beavers and some estuarian orchids, actually. A really great website, by the way. I definitely recommend visiting this site. And just kind of learning about how amazing these areas are, how important they are. And speaking of importance, not only are they vital to many populations and species of wildlife, for instance, they're 80 to 90% of the habitat for the recreational fish catch that we rely on to eat. They're also really important to human society and civilization. They obviously produce a lot of jobs and contribute a lot of money, and they're a very large attraction for folks all around the world really wanting to be able to see these environments. Really amazing. Definitely recommend visiting one day. There's really beautiful birds with long legs to be able to wade through the water, and you'll just see all kinds of little crustaceans and crabs, and really great. And they're actually really sensitive too, and they're under quite a bit of pressure right now as climate changes there in the boundary between the land and the sea. So I would recommend visiting these websites and really learning more about them. This is another great one. And thanks for watching.